Alright, what is up, people?
Oh my god.
Welcome to the first DKR quarterfinal,
Ah.
which is gonna be between Sweenerdog and Neddie. Two very, very good players. It should be a very, very good match. Very hyped for this. And to recap what happened, Sweenerdog won the coin flip and chose HTV hover first, and Neddie chose to ban Engine Lake. See, we're not going to see that track at all today. But it seems like the players are starting HTV. Nitty with a little advantage so far.
So I was having some mic troubles.
Hey,
Hello?
you sound fine now.
Yeah.
Alright, Peaks, are you excited for this match?
Oh yeah, definitely. This is definitely gonna be a close one for sure. Like
Yeah, and it's starting to be very close. Already, first lap, only 0.3 seconds apart from both players. Uh, Basically, just a little mistake that Sweener did at the very beginning, making the difference for that lap. But right now, it seems like very, very, very close. But oh, Nitty didn't have the best middle section. So I think Sweener is a little bit ahead with a really, really good zipper. That
yeah.
zipper, very notoriously, it's really hard to get it and actually gain time. It's really, really easy to just get stuck while using that zipper. But, you know, going for it gives a really big advantage.
Yeah, if you get it and get it good like Sweener did, then it is amazing.
But then
oh
that can happen and you get stuck. But you know, he got such a good lead with that zipper on the second lap that he gets it 1-0 for him, 122 to 124. Was pretty close like the first half, but I think just the zipper, getting the zipper right and Nitty doing a couple mistakes, uh, yeah, definitely skewed the match toward Sweener. So 1-0 Sweener.
yeah. Hopped Up Volcano, however, is definitely one of those tracks where it it's just brutal.
It is very brutal. So I'm interested to see where Nitty is going to go with that. You know, very, very even matchup. Sweener is the 4th overall, unless he passed me. He might be 3rd right now. I didn't check the ranking in a while. And Nitty is a 10th overall, I think, or around there. So two very good players, like I said earlier. And yeah, we should get a bunch of really close races. And we are going to Everfrost Peak Plain, one of the hardest plane track in my opinion. So
In
let's
your opinion, it's factual.
So let's see what both player can do here.
I think, well, Serena is definitely the favorite. This is one track that's hard to be consistent at.
Oh, and both are fucking exactly in the same spot. That was crazy.
Oh, that was so dumb.
Yeah, you can see why this track can be a little pretty hard. And Neddie with the advantage right now, you know, hitting that zipper that Sweener missed with a clean 1 second and a half lead, basically. Pretty good.
And Neddie is making these, making good movement. And Sweener, starting to catch up because he was able to make it through the tunnel a lot better.
Oh yeah, he kept so much more speed. Oh, and they're basically tied right now. This is really, really close.
Oh my. It's anyone's game, really. Like, whoever makes the better movement and...
Oh, but Neddie got a lot of lag. But oh, barrel roll and Sweden missed the zipper.
Oh my god.
Oh. So Neddie's gonna take it. Wow, that was... That was a lot of mistakes from both players, but you know, this was a really hard track, and ultimately, Nitty with the point. Good stuff from both.
Oh yeah, that was a insane match, super close. Like, that track is easy to make mistakes on, and it's hard enough on like resets in a one try. It's like evil.
Yeah, it is. And right now, since Neddie won, it is loser's pick in this tournament, so Sweener got the pick, and he chose Wimbledon's car. Not surprised, as I think he's been playing that track quite a bit lately. And I don't know if Neddie's has really been playing this one. So we'll see what happens. This track can be, of all the car tracks, it's both easy and hard. It's kind of hard to describe. It feels like you shouldn't make mistake here, but it's so easy to make mistake.
Yeah, this zipper I think is very hard to get a quick one and have good speed there, but...
Oh yeah, because you're basically like flying off as soon as you get it, and it's like you lose all the speed in the air, and it's kind of weird. But yeah, Sweener with a very solid first half, 32.78, very very good, and 34.53, which is still pretty good, but 32 is just really great. Just shows how much Sweener has been practicing this one.
Yeah, this.
But Sweener with a mistake, which is still a little ahead of Neddie right now, but one more mistake and it could change.
Definitely so. Anything can happen. But Neddie's still behind.
But he somehow didn't bunk. But he's doing some small mistakes. So Sweener getting the lead back again by quite a margin. But oof. Oh my god, how did he manage to not get stuck on that corner? That's quite incredible. I was sure that he was gonna get stuck there.
Yeah, that one can be kind of tough to get out of when you make that mistake.
But Sweener in the end is gonna take it with very strong. He had a lot better zippers. Like he just knew how to keep the speed better on this track, which is like a big part of going fast here. So yeah, ultimately Sweener got taking the match to 2-1 in his favor. So now it's gonna be Neddie's pick.
Let's see where he goes.
Still waiting on Neddie's pick. I know that he's overall really pretty good at hover, but Sweener also is pretty good. So, like, I feel like it's like the battleground. Hover is gonna be the main battleground, but I don't know what both have prepared for the other vehicles. But it seems like Neddie's gonna take Sweener to plane on the Space Dust Alley, which is the other really hard plane track and time trial.
I would say out of all the tracks, this is the hardest, at least the hardest to be consistent at. Whether it comes to pure difficulty, that is up for debate, but consistency-wise, definitely the hardest.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially if you do ILs and not time trials, it's even like crazier.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, as Neddie going off with a drumstick. Drumstick, you don't see him that often in time trials, but he's actually faster on a few plane tracks, and this is one of the tracks where he actually beats TT optimally. But it's not that big of a difference, but it could mean, that Neddie would win. But so far, Sweener with a very good beginning, but I think the streams are not exactly synced, so it's a bit harder to tell.
Yeah, it looks like about 3 seconds apart.
Yep, a 30 lap for Sweener and a 31 for Neddie, so only 1 second apart. But this track is like truly anything can happen. You can get shot down by the ship. You can hit like the electric thing. You can hit one of the like 20 pillars. There's so many things in the way.
Yeah, that. And
Neddie, Sweeney with the rock. Sorry, and basically Neddie in the lead now with the 22nd lap. Pretty good.
Yeah, and Guino is behind by about 2 seconds or so, I would guess. Oh,
what a massive bong for Sweener. That's gonna seal the deal for Neddie, I think, if he can make the ending here. And yeah, it seems like Neddie is gonna take it and bring it back to 2.
That one hurt.
Yeah, that 2 and 3 from Sweener, those 2 big mistakes really did cost him the race here. But you know, sometimes you gotta go for it. You know, just try to go as fast as you can. But you know, like we saw here, you can get back in your face pretty quick. So now it's Sweener's pick, and he chose FC Hover, Fossil Canyon Hover. One of his strongest track, actually. I think he's 3rd or 4th on that track overall. Just really strong. And I think that he also has a pretty good time here, so let's see how it goes.
One thing I find really annoying in this Fossil Canyon Hover is the lake jump you see. Cause you can just go flying really high and just bonk.
Oh yeah, you gotta be careful. We're gonna see the lake jump pretty soon here. You're gonna see both runners get the zipper and then into another zipper and jump over this little lake here. And the Sweener bonking, and that's exactly what we're talking about. It's really easy to just like go flying into the wall or even too high to make the tunnel. Wasn't that big of a bonk, but it's definitely slowed him down. So Neddie with about half a second lead here. A little more than half a second. Let's see who gets the best zipper here. Oh, and Neddie this time getting stuck in the wall, so the lead is going back to Sweener. You see a lot of snaking going on as there's not that many zippers on this track. Very important to get the snaking down properly.
At 21 left for Sweener, that is really good. Oh, and
yeah,
he misses the
whoa,
zip.
and exactly what we were talking about. Neddie hitting that bump just in a bad way and getting too high and getting stuck at the top of the tunnel. So I think it's gonna seal the deal for Sweener here. I think it was a 111, yeah, versus the 113. So it's gonna be back to 3-2 for Sweener. Very back and forth race so far.
Yeah, this is pretty expected for players like these. Sweener is based on rankings, Sweener is the favorite, but we can't count Neddie out. I mean, if we're already looking at how he's playing, like he's playing amazing and already bringing it in an even match. So like, there's no doubt.
Yeah, definitely at top level, one try really does make the player skill gap really much closer. Like, you know, at that level, if you do one mistake, even if you're the better player, it probably means that you're gonna lose the race, unless the other player makes some mistakes, of course. So you know, it's a battle between consistency and going fast. You just gotta, you know, choose.
Yeah.
But yeah, right now, seems like the 6th race is gonna be Frosty Village Hover. Sorry, I saw an F. I was like, oh, it's Fossil. Oh, it's Frosty Village Hover. It's gonna be their 3rd hover track, I think.
Yeah, this is totally Fossil Village.
Yeah, Fossil Village. Let's just rename the tracks. No, Frosty Village, a pretty interesting hover track. As we're gonna see here, player attempt the triple zipper. Ooh, and both missing the 3rd one. It's actually incredibly hard to hit it, as there's like a little bump just before. All the speed from the 2 previous zipper, it's like really hard to land on it properly. But yeah, so far, very close. 29-18 versus 29-23. Just like basically 2 frames.
Yeah,
really close.
Neddie was having a tough time down the hill, so that put Sweener in the lead. and both missing the triple. I didn't see Sweener get it. You know, you can actually get it, and wow, that was closer than.
Oh, but yeah, Sweener missing 2 zippers, and basically it's tied now, just like that. It is actually synced. But Sweener with a little better zipper here. Oh, both players missing the second zipper. That's interesting. You don't see that often. Let's see if Sweener gets the zipper, and he does, so he takes the win, I think. Let's see the time, just to be sure. 132.70 versus 124.83. Pretty close.
Yeah, by almost a whole second.
The big difference in that last race, I think, was on the 3rd lap in the tunnel. Sweener just got a way better boost, and you know, after that was about the same distance between the both. I think that's what really made him win that. Alright, so 4-2 Sweener, still pretty close. And now Neddie going to a car track, to be more specific, Hollywood's car. A track that can easily go very wrong. There's a lot of sharp turn there. But you can also be pretty safe and get like in the 47, 48, like really consistently. So let's see if the players are gonna opt to go really quick or for consistency.
When high-level players battle each other, sometimes I think it's okay to go for a risk if one is the favorite to win by a notable amount. And if you can take a risk and pull it off, then that will do you some good.
Yeah, for sure. So far, oh, Sweener with the mistake. You know, trying to go a little too fast, so now Neddie taking the lead, missing the zipper, but Sweener bonking as well. What I'm talking about, that track is really easy to bonk if you know, try to go as fast as possible. Which, you know, as a speedrunner, you kind of want to go as fast as possible all the time. And Neddie with a 45, very, very strong time. That was a very solid performance by Neddie, taking it over Sweener that got the high 46. With you know, a very rough second lap, definitely cost him the race here. So back to 4-3, dude. This set has been intense so far.
It certainly has. Like, wow. I honestly don't know who will take it. Like, it's really a battle of who's more consistent than the other, and I feel like that's how it is going to be with a lot of top players facing each other off.
Oh, and
Sweener
with a bit of trouble remembering what track and vehicle have been picked before. So hopefully we're gonna get the next pick soon.
Yeah, first
he went for hover, which we already did 3, and then EP car, which already did the Everfrost peak. But you know, it's fine. You know, when he's in the heat at the moment, you know, he's probably stressed about this match being this close to Neddie.
Oh yeah, certainly.
You can understand him, you know, not remembering exactly what track he played. But yeah, it finally chose Space for Alpha car. Probably the least favorite car tracks of a lot of people. Mostly because there's basically no zipper at all. It's all A tapping. Which can be very tiring because I guess for the people that already know what A tapping is, it's basically tapping the A button about 5 times a second, and you actually go faster by doing that. And when you do that for like a minute and a half, it can be quite tiring.
Yeah, and the reason why it works is because when you let go of the A button, if you look at the speedometer, you will actually see it jump up when you let go. So basically, you letting go of the A button is actually what's speeding you up. It's pretty weird.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. And when you use zippers, you do not do the A tapping, so like with tracks with a lot of zippers, you don't have to deal with that. But like we said, this one doesn't have zippers. But right now, fairly even beginnings. Sweener about a second faster. A lot of this track is this vent here. Oh, and Sweener getting up is stuck in the vent. Oh, he's losing so much time. But that's gonna put Neddie way in the lead. Like, approximately take a second and a half, something like that in the lead. That's huge. You know, you can't get stuck there.
That was a brutal vent. Like, both runners were already having trouble with the vent on first lap, but that one, I've never seen such a brutal vent in my life.
Yeah, I think it went up and down like 3 times, something like that, getting stuck. Oh, he's getting stuck again! Oh no! Sweener! Oh no, you hate to see that. Oh no.
I stand corrected. I now have seen a more brutal one. Oh my god.
Ooh, that is so weird.
I wouldn't be upset for him, but I actually find that kind of hilarious. Oh my god, Sweener.
Yeah, I'm torn between being sad and just, you know, finding that funny. But that was so brutal. But, you know, I think everybody has been there. Everybody has been stuck in that vent at some point. If you've done this track in time trials, it's not that easy to get up properly.
Oh yeah, certainly, but I have never seen it that bad. That was pretty funny. I'm trying to be like sad and sympathize with them but I just can't.
Yeah, I guess.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
You know, it's probably a combo of just being stressed and that vent being stupid. But, you know, I'm sure he's gonna bounce back. It's just one track. He still has plenty to go. Though it is 4-4, and he's going to pick TC plane, Treasure Cave's plane.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Neddie going to drumstick again, which is better here. But I guess Sweener is just more confident with TT.
Yeah. Playing TT instead of drumstick is definitely a safer choice, which is an alright thing considering that this track is very easy to screw up on. So if you are able to handle yourself a lot better, then you might take the lead. But Neddie's looking so far so good, and
yeah, so far so good. But I think he did a mistake in touching that zipper. You usually don't want to do that, but if you space your barrel wrong, you do hit the very bottom of it. I think he got lucky that he didn't bounce worse than that. But Sweener can still cake it with that 3 banana advantage. He's gonna have more top speed, so with that zipper he might catch back up. And I think, oh, it's gonna be so close. Oh my god, who won? 54-38 and 54-23.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
So close. Sweener taking it. Holy, that ending. I think those 3 bananas won him the race. Like, I think those 3 bananas actually made the difference.
I think that might have been the case too. Holy. Oh my god. That was crazy. That was like, how many frames different? Like 7?
Yeah, it was a very few amount of frame. I don't know, that was crazy. I feel like if Neddie went for those bananas on lap 1, he would have won. I'm not sure actually why he didn't go for them. Maybe he just thought he had a bad angle or something. But yeah, those bananas coming in clutch for Sweener at the end.
Almost certainly. That was crazy.
And the next track's gonna be Warriors Cove Car. So let's see. When I played Neddie, he actually beat me here. So I know he's pretty good. So I think that's a really good pick for.
Yeah. This track, another one that you can find some mistakes. I wouldn't say it's as easy as some of the other ones we have seen before, but there are some areas where it's certainly possible.
So far, pretty close. Sweener with a little advantage. Oof, he kept so much speed there, but missed all the bananas. And both players opting not to go for the hill jump. There's a strat where you can go after the zipper on the right heel and kind of like jump over, but it's very inconsistent. But oh, Sweener hitting the ice. Oof.
Yeah, that is exactly what I'm talking about. Like that area specifically could be a killer, and it already is giving Neddie the advantage here.
And that's extremely significant right now because Neddie has 10 bananas, but Sweener only got 5, so that's a huge advantage for the top speed wise for Neddie. So as long as he doesn't do any mistake, I think Neddie has that in the bag. I don't think there's any way Sweener can catch up without mistake.
Yeah, this is gonna be a rough one for Sweener now, just because of that mistake on the first lap, unfortunately.
Yeah, so as long as Neddie doesn't hit highs, hopefully I didn't curse him. He should get that in the bag. Yeah, finish up with a 129 versus I think it's gonna be a low 131, yeah. So good stuff for Neddie, pretty good time. And very unfortunate that Sweener got hit some highs there.
Despite that mistake, I would say Sweener still played it pretty well.
Oh yeah, he certainly did. And right now 5-5, and you know, this is a best of 13, so first player to 7 match wins. And you know, there's only 3 tracks left, so I'm really interested to see how this is gonna plan out. But right now, you know, Neddie with well, technically Sweener has the advantage because he's gonna have at least 2 picks, as he was the first to 5. So let's see if you can utilize these picks. Right now, choosing Jungle Falls Hover, one of his strongest hover track. So I would pick Sweener to win here, but you know, like I said, Neddie is also very good in hover, so I'm sure he can also take it.
Anything can go, and I think this one is a consistent track, probably the most consistent one we've seen so far. Neddie opting to go for more bananas than Sweener, but Sweener already further ahead because he made that really good jump like he did just now. And
yeah, Sweener getting crazy jumps. Oh, he's getting crazy zipper speed as well. He's just flying away with this one at the straight. Unless he gets stuck on the bridge or something, I think he has it. Oof, almost happened. Almost happened.
You almost jinxed it, man. You almost jinxed it.
But yeah, he's gonna finish up with a barely not a sub 50, but a 50 I will say that is really, really strong. And it's gonna be a 54 for Neddie. Wow, that was an incredible race for Sweener in a very clutch moment.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was so fast. Like, wow. And look how far apart it was from his PB. Like,
yeah, it was pretty close.
It was like 0.5 off. Like, not even. Like, wow.
Yeah, the hot stats from Nordic apparently was 1.6 seconds from world record, so that was, you know, a pretty, very, very impressive race from Sweener there. So let's see, now Neddie has to win the next 2 races if he wants to keep his tournament run alive. Otherwise, Sweener is going to move on to the summer finals. So let's see what happens in these next races. This one's gonna be Neddie's pick. He chose Star City Car. Very interesting choice. A lot of 90-degree turns with zippers. Very many occasions to do mistake here.
Certainly so. That is, I would say, the case for like all the future Funland tracks.
Yeah, future Funland is just rough. And then Nitty so far with a good beginning. He just got a much better boost.
Yeah.
You know,
Looks
he has to go, win this one, and I think he knows it. He's just trying really hard, and so far, ooh, really close lap times. That is crazy.
They're basically synced right now. Like look how close this is. You can hardly tell that them apart.
Oh, but Sweener just getting better boost there. It's just gonna take about half a second advantage. You gotta get those boosts.
Wow, just because Sweener got the better boost, it put Sweener a second ahead.
Yeah, it's really important. So, and then missing the boost. No, ooh, that's gonna be rough. Sweener basically has to throw away this, and I don't think he's gonna throw it away. So Sweener taking it 7-5 over Neddie. Big congrats to Sweener. Really big win against Neddie. It was an amazing match. It was so much fun to watch from both players.
Yeah, that was really close match. Like that was very entertaining. Like, wow.
That could have gone either way, honestly. Like there was so many really close matches. That was just, a pretty impressive showing from both players.
Certainly so.
Yeah, I think we have both of them for interviews now. So yeah, congrats, Sweener.
Thank you.
So how do you feel about this race? What were you thinking as the races?
I was actually pretty disappointed with how I played tonight. I haven't played all weekend, so this was I kind of had to warm up really quickly and get my head in the game, and that definitely showed on a couple of these tracks. Definitely on plane. Neddie is definitely a plane specialist, true and true, and that is not my strongest vehicle. So he definitely kicked my butt in a lot of those.
Yeah, playing is just super brutal when you don't practice it. It's just so hard to be consistent. You did very well. I know in Jungle Falls Hover, for example, we just had a crazy run there. You're very low 50 for a one try. It's just so...
Yeah, I really did not see that one coming. I know Jungle Falls Hover is one of my stronger tracks, but I did not expect it to be that close to my PB, so I was really happy with that.
Yeah, it was a pretty convincing one, that one. I know some of the tracks were like, the times were really close. I don't remember which one exactly, but you guys were like, not even zero, like about 0.1 from each other at the end. It was like crazy close. I think it was TC playing.
Yeah.
But yeah. That was like crazy close. Anyway, that was like a really fun match to watch. So yeah, congrats again. And yeah, Nitty still getting 5 points off Sweener in that match, showing off some pretty good thing. What did you feel about the match?
I think my expectations for this tournament in general was kind of flipped. I really thought it was going to do bad for most of them, but like to think that it was actually possible to beat Sweener, it was unbelievable, because I see like some runners beforehand and I was like pretty sure I was going to get stomped by him, because that's kind of usually how our track meets go, but it's like I was pretty happy with my play overall, especially my haunted woods.
Oh yeah, that hunter was like at 45, I think. I was like, damn, you were doing really well there, and Sweener on the other end, like not being warmed up. Like you got the win easy there, and it just showed like on a bunch of tracks you were like really close to him even when you lost. So I was like really happy to see you put up such a fight against him. I actually thought you were gonna win at some point.
So did I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, what's going on? I thought SPA car was going to be a really safe pick for me, and it just fell apart on every lap. I was
Oh yeah.
what is going on?
Yeah.
Those vents were brutal. Oh,
Oh,
that was
they,
something
They were
else.
so bad, it was laughable.
It was definitely laughable. I was sitting there like, I can't believe this is happening right now, because it's been one that I've been kind of grinding lately, and I thought I'd be able to jump back into it and get some decent time, but I almost backed over the finish line at the end, but I thought that might be unsportsmanlike, so I did not.
We could definitely see a little bit of salt, but it was very understandable. Just getting stuck in that vent is so frustrating. I was feeling for that.
Definitely. Star City car, I think that was a really good pick to end it off with. Just because it's a vanilla track that we both know so well. So I really like that pick.
Yeah, it was really good, and after the first lap, you guys were like 2 frames apart. You just got like a couple better zipper in the middle section, and that's really what made it your way. But yeah, good stuff from both of you guys. So Sweener, any thoughts or expectation moving forward?
I'm excited to see some of the other matches. I know a lot of the top seeds we are expecting to see in the semifinals. No idea what's going to happen in some of these matches, so you never know. But I think Nordic and Bandau is going to be a great match. Thinking back to the last year's All Trophy Races tournament, those two are really good at tying things up, so that might be really exciting to see.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, going forward here, I think all the matchups are going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. They're gonna be really close, just like this one was, and they're all gonna be insane, and it's gonna be really fun.
For sure. So, Niddy, unfortunately out of the tournament. Anything you want to say about, your run or, anything?
Well, I think it kind of boosts my confidence in trying to chase after, like, an average finish time now. Because, like, I've, like, placed, like, 5th in this tournament. In, like, just the way I performed. So, unless, like, say Trident has a very close match with Bio, I was, like, the 5th strongest player throughout the whole tournament. That's what I'll go out thinking, like.
You should. You've put up a good fight. Against me, I was actually scared when I played you. And today, I was thinking you were gonna pull up the offset. So you've been playing really.
Yeah, I am also very excited for future tournaments now.
Oh, I am as well. For sure. Well, I guess we're gonna wrap it up. Anybody has anything to say?
Thanks for the match, Neddie. It was a lot of fun.
It's well fought, Sweener.
And thank you to Pigs and Obio for commentating tonight.
No problem.
No problem. GG's, guys. You played really well.
Yeah, GG's. Well, I think it's gonna be all for GSA today. So yeah, tune in tomorrow.